Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. In our previous video, we talked about France and the UK and how they elect their parliaments. But they're very different, as countries. One is a semi-presidential republic, France, and the United Kingdom is a constitutional monarchy. Monarchy? In the 21st century? Isn't that like so 1,000 years ago? But it's a constitutional monarchy. It's not a real monarchy. So the king has to abide by the constitution of the country. He cannot do whatever he wants. So constitutional monarchies are pretty interesting because they have a king or a queen and a royal family, but they don't govern. The government is political. Parliament is the powerful one. Power does not belong to the king or the queen. It belongs to the people.
Your Majesty?
Yes, non-royalty?
I'm here to inform you that the monkey has won the election and I need you to sign these papers to approve it.
The monkey. The monkey has won the elections.
Yes, Your Majesty.
And I have to sign for it?
Yes, sir.
So the government in the United Kingdom is actually Her Majesty's government. And the opposition is Her Majesty's most loyal opposition because it's about loyalty to the crown. Even though the monarch has no power, every politician in the United Kingdom does something in Her Majesty's name. But you do have to remember, globally, there are way more republics than there are monarchies. In Europe, the kingdoms are Great Britain, Belgium, the Netherlands, Spain, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark.
Sweden and Norway.
My sister's a really big fan of Sweden and Norway. Maybe in a later video she'll tell us why. You're probably wondering why there are more republics in the world than there are monarchies, but that's because of history, and that's because so many monarchs angered people in the past, so they got rid of them. The people got rid of the monarchs. But nowadays, even as a figurehead, kings and queens can be quite important because they represent the main brand of a country. And one of the best examples of an absolute monarch is Louis XIV. He absolutely loved power, and he did become one of the most powerful kings in history, and in Europe, of course. And of France. Too many independent barons and parliamentarians around here. I'll centralize all the power. L'État, c'est moi. The state is me. L'État, c'est moi. Moi. So remember, a constitutional monarchy is very different from an absolute monarchy. They both have kings, but one has power and the other doesn't. Lord Aldrich! Winston! John! Why is no one listening to me? I am the king! The shirt says I'm the king, and the government is in my name! It's my government! My government! Fun fact, did you know Canada, Australia, and New Zealand have a queen? But not just any queen, the same queen, the queen. You can even see her face on stamps in Australia. So in constitutional monarchies, instead of having a president, you have a king or a queen. And that's hereditary, you don't elect the queen or the king. And just so you can get an idea of the whole process, in every country you have someone who signs the bills. At the end of the political process, of the legislative process, it's usually a president. But in monarchies, it's the king, and it's called royal assent. And in the Commonwealth of Nations, by the way, of which the queen is the head, the governor general signs it for the queen. So every law that comes into being has to be signed by the Governor General in the Queen's name. Since I mentioned the Commonwealth of Nations and the Queen, you have to understand that the British Empire was huge. And this Commonwealth of Nations is a legacy of its imperial past. And there are many nations who are friends with the United Kingdom, and this is actually an association. The Commonwealth of Nations has 54 nations, sovereign nations, that are very friendly towards Britain, and Britain is friendly towards them. It's time for a speed round! Antigua and Barbuda, Australia, the Bahamas, Bangladesh, Barbados, Belize, Botswana, Brunei, Cameroon, Canada, Cyprus, Dominica, Eswatini, Fiji, The Gambia, Ghana, Grenada, Guyana, India, Jamaica, Kenya, Kiribati, Lesotho, Malawi, Malaysia, Maldives, Malta, Mauritius, Mozambique, Namibia, Nauru, New Zealand, Nigeria, Pakistan, Papua New Guinea, Rwanda, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Samoa, Seychelles, Sierra Leone, Singapore, Solomon Islands, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Tanzania, Tonga, Trinidad and Tobago, Tuvalu, Uganda, United Kingdom, Vanuatu, Zambia. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and like our channel, it will help us a lot. Please check out our social media as well. We basically have an account on every platform possible. See you in our next video.